now come to the details about the 4 phases of the menstrual cycle. Here we have discussed that there are 4 phases of the menstrual cycle. The menstrual phase number 1, number 2 is the proliferative phase, number 3 is the ovulatory phase, and the 4th one is the secretory phase or the luteal phase. If we are taking the total menstrual cycle in a circular structure, in a cyclic structure, that is the menstrual phase is continue for 4 to 5 days of this cycle of 28 days, and the proliferative phase is continue again up to 10 to 12 days of this total cycle. Ovulatory phase is not a particular phase, it is a particular day on this total 28 days where the ovulation occur or the release of the ovum that occur on the 14th day of periodic cycle. After the ovulation, the next phase is the secretory phase, which is continue up to another 12 to 14 days. That is from the 14 days to the 28 days of the total cycle. So, if we are talking about the cyclic structure of this total female reproductive cycle in a single 28-day cycle, the day 1 to day 1 to 5 or 4 or 5 days of this time period is going to taking place. The breakdown of the endometrial wall get released out from the uterus throughout the vagina of the female body, and this entire phase is known as the menstrual phase, where the release of this unfertilized ovum, mucus, blood get released out from this total structure. This is called the menstrual phase. And after the 4 to 5 days of the release of the total endometrial thickening or the endometrial breakdown, they get enter into another phase that is called the proliferative phase. This phase continue of about of about 10 to 12 days, that is of 16 to 13 days of proliferation is going to take place. As I have told earlier that this cycle is vary from person to person, or for different individuals, female individual may show different interval of this menstrual flow. That may the ovulation, it doesn't mean that ovulation is only occur at the 14th day of the periodic cycle. It may varies from 14 to 16 days also. This variation in the days of the release of the ovum is different from person to person. So, starting from the 6th day up to 13th day is known as the proliferative phase, where the development of follicles is going to take place. After the proliferation phase, the mature Graafian follicle is going to release the ovum, while this particular phase is known as the ovulatory phase. That means 14th is the, in general, 14th is the particular day when the ovulation occurs, or the release of the ovum from the Graafian follicle is going to take place. The ovulation is occurring. After the ovulation, the remaining part of the Graafian follicle will convert it into corpus luteum, and here the corpus luteum is going to produce this progesterone hormone throughout the end of the cycle. Then, that is, after the release of the ovum, starting from 15 to 16 days, the total release of the corpus luteum is going to taking place up to 12 to 14 days. That is, maybe completing from the day of 14 or from the day of 15 to the 28 days. That is, the formation of the corpus luteum is called the luteal phase, or the release of the progesterone hormone is called the secretory phase. So here it is the cyclic representation of the menstrual cycle with different phases. The 4 phases which is able to describe over here, that is, the menstrual flow is continued for 4 to 5 days. The proliferative phase is continued for 10 to 12 days after the stop of the menstrual flow. Another, the development of the follicular stage of the different stages of the follicle found inside in the ovarian condition of this cycle of this phase totally form inside in the ovary. This process of ovarian development is going to taking place in the ovary, and the release of this secretory phase, the release of this corpus luteum is going to taking place inside in the uterus. If we are going to detail about the particular phase of this menstrual cycle, we need to know about the different stages in specific manner. First of all, we will discuss about this menstrual phase or the first phase of the menstrual cycle, that is continue up to 4 to 5 days of the menstrual flow. This menstrual cycle is continued for the 4 to 5 days. It is also known as the funeral of unfertilized ovum. That means during this phase, the release of the blood, mucus, unfertilized ovum, some epithelial tissue, and the part of the endometrium, the broken part of the endometrium get released out by this fetch from the uterus through the vagina. It occurs under the influence of progesterone and estrogen hormone. It involves the release of broken endometrium, release of the broken endometrium from the uterus through vagina. That means the total release of the menstrual flow is occurred during this menstrual phase, which is going to taking place by the 4 to 5 days of the total 28 days. It is also known as the funeral of unfertilized ovum. It is under the influence of this progesterone and estrogen hormone. It involves the release of broken endometrial wall from the uterus through the vagina. This cycle is get regulated by LH, secreted from the anterior pituitary gland. The total phases, this menstrual flow or the menstrual phase carry the particular flow from the uterus, which carry the unfertilized ovum, mucus, blood vessels, and the broken part of the endometrium. All these things are get rid out from the uterus by this process which is here going to taking place from day 1 to the day 4 or the 5th day. It is going to taking place 4 to 5 days of the menstrual cycle. Next is the proliferative phase. The proliferative phase comes after the menstrual phase of the menstrual cycle. It occurs after the 4 to 5 days of menstrual release from the uterus, starts from the 6th day up to the 14th day of ovulation, or it is of about 10 to 12 days of menstrual flow. During this proliferative phase, the follicles of the ovary get developed from the primary to secondary follicles, from secondary to tertiary, and then to the mature Graafian follicle. That means during this phase, the follicular development is going to take place. Follicular development is going to take place. And how this follicular development occurs? Under the influence of FSH released from the anterior pituitary gland. This FSH hormone released from the anterior pituitary gland influence the development of these Graafian follicles, and these Graafian follicles develop and makes them mature to produce the ovum or the secondary oocyte by the process of this ovulation. So this proliferative is phase where the follicular development occurs is also known as follicular phase. It is under the influence of this FSH hormone. Due to this FSH hormone, the follicular development is occurring inside in the ovary, and this process, the total phase, is found inside in the ovarian structure of the female body. This proliferative phase is followed by this menstrual phase. We have discussed earlier what is that menstrual phase, the flow of the uterine endometrial wall from the uterus through the vagina to exterior, which is consisting of the blood, mucus, unfertilized ovum, and some epithelial tissue get released out from the structure that is called the menstrual flow, and this proliferative phase is followed by this menstrual phase consisting of 10 to 12 days, where the follicular development is going to taking place under the influence of this FSH hormone. This FSH hormone is get secreted out from the anterior pituitary gland of the body. By this follicular development, the primary follicles develop into secondary, then tertiary, and then will be mature Graafian follicle. The development of the mature Graafian follicle require particular follicle stimulating hormone released from the anterior pituitary gland is occur during this proliferative phase of 10 to 12 days, and by this proliferative phase the endometrial wall becomes about 2 to 3 mm in size. The primary follicles will get developed into the secondary follicles, then tertiary, and then to the mature Graafian follicle. And there is also the development of the endometrium becomes 2 to 3 mm in size. Here the follicle stimulating hormone influenced the development of the Graafian follicle over here, and the mature Graafian follicle ready to release the estrogen hormone, so that under the influence of this estrogen hormone, the endometrial wall is going to become thicker and thicker of about 2 to 3 mm of size. This is a particular phase which is produced under the positive feedback of this LH hormone. Now, this endometrial wall, under the influence of this estrogen hormone, the endometrial wall becomes thicker and thicker. If we are talking about the endometrial wall, it is convoluted in structure, it becomes more glandular, more vascularized, and the thickness of this endometrium is become 2 to 3 mm in size. This is the endometrial wall of uterus. Now come to the next phase. That is the ovulatory phase. Number 3, that is the ovulatory phase. This particular phase is not a phase, it's a single day, that is on the 14th day of periodic cycle. Ovulation occurs. That is, on the 14th day of the total periodic cycle, ovulation occurs at that particular day. And the ovulation is occur under the influence of this LH hormone. As in our last cycle or the last phase, that is in case of proliferative phase, there is high amount of, here the high concentration, high estrogen level used to produce, high estrogen level used to induce the production of, used to inhibit the production of the FSH hormone and induce the production of this LH hormone. This LH hormone is going to release by this process, LH hormone is going to release and it becomes optimum. It is influenced by LH, and at the 12th day of this cycle, the LH gets its optimum level of concentration. Optimum level of concentration is called LH surge. That means at the optimum level of concentration of LH, the ovulation occurs, and that particular phenomena is called the LH surge. This LH surge is a high concentration of the LH in the blood. LH causes the ovulation at the 14th day. The follicle rupture and the secondary oocyte, the mature follicle rupture and the secondary oocyte is going to produce by this ovulation process. And the ovum is wait for 2 to 3 days for the process of fertilization. The sperm will get entering into the fallopian tube or the ampullary ischemic region of the system. The ovum is get fertilized by the sperm. If the process is carried forward, for the following events are going to take place. So ovulatory phase is the particular day where the ovulation occurs. When before that the LH shortage occurs, it is influenced by the LH hormone. Next on to the fourth phase of this menstrual cycle. That is called the secretory phase. And this phase is carried out after the ovulation period from the 15th to 28th day of the total cycle. This cycle is carried out from the 14th day after the ovulation occurs. Is followed by ovulation. Is followed by the ovulation phase. And it is continued for again 12 to 14 days. The total time period of this year, the secretory phase, total time period of this secretory phase is varies from 12 to 14 days of the total cycle. During this secretory phase, the remaining part of the Graafian follicle after the process of ovulation or the release of the ovum from the mature Graafian follicle, the remaining part of the Graafian follicle will converted into another structure, endocrine structure, that is called the corpus luteum. And this corpus luteum is going to produce the progesterone hormone. And under this, the influence of this progesterone hormone, the endometrial wall is maintained. Now that there is the development of the endometrial wall is going to take place inside in the proliferative phase. The development of the blood vessel, mucus, epithelial tissue, glands are also developed inside in the endometrial wall. But the maintaining of the endometrial wall is going to taking place by the progesterone hormone. Due to release of high level of progesterone hormone from the corpus luteum, the endometrial wall becomes more and more thicker. That is of about 5 mm in size. The endometrial wall becomes more and more thicker under the influence of this progesterone hormone released from the corpus luteum. So this endometrial wall becomes more glandular. By the glandularization of this endometrial wall and the vascularization of the endometrium, they used to produce a particular milk that is called the uterine milk. The endometrial wall is going to produce the milk of the secretion, or it becomes secretory inactive. That is called the uterine milk released from the endometrial wall. Due to the secretion from the endometrial wall, the phase is known as the secretory phase. And this phase is also known as luteal phase is also known as the luteal phase. Why? Because during this phase, the corpus luteum is going to produce. Due to the formation of this corpus luteum by this phase, this phase is termed as the luteal phase. And why it is secretory? Because the endometrial wall becomes more thicker and thicker. They used to produce the secretory fluid from there, which is called the uterine milk or the uterine secretion. Then this phase is called the secretory phase, and it is continued from the 14 to 28 days of the total menstrual cycle. So this is all about the different phases found in case of menstrual cycle. In our next class, we will discuss about the hormonal control of this menstrual cycle.